Hello YouTube, this is Retta. I promised after my readings today, I just got done, that I would check out Trump's August. So there's a couple of things that I want to check out in August for Mr. Trump. So we'll see how it goes. I think this month is going to be very, it's going to it's going to test his patience and his resolve this month. I did upload on my Intuitive Retta page. I didn't understand the reason why John Kelly was hired. I just didn't understand it. And because he's not, I just didn't understand it, but something kept coming in my head and it wouldn't leave my head about the deal, the art of the deal, the deal. So I have my little insights there on Intuitive Retta on Facebook if you want to check out that. It's like a 7-8 minute video that I did live on Intuitive Retta, so you can check that out. So I want to see. I'm gonna do a different reading. I just felt like doing a different reading. I just want to see. I want to see where Trump's head's at. This is going to be where Trump's head at. Let me remind myself the head. Where his head, his thoughts. And how, and also, so that's where his head's at. I also want to know about, what's going on for him. This is just for August. What's going on in his head at the job, his co-workers, the job, being president in August. And then I want to go down here and do his family. Okay. So where's his head at? What should we do? Let's see, where's his head at? So his head's at is that it's the Eight of Cups. Even this was with Scaramucci. Remember, it came up in Scaramucci and in Kelly's reading. This Eight of Cups. So you know, it's like walking away. It's like emotionally just walking away. To me, right here is, I don't know if you can see, right here is like a lot of emotions, a lot of, you know, it's two opposing, to me, right here, this water looks like two opposing forces just like not getting anywhere. They're just like hitting each other. And him just like, I need to walk away for a minute. I need to walk away for a minute. I think a lot of things have upset him. I think emotionally, his emotions right now are in turmoil. So this is where his head's at. And maybe he feels like he had to turn his back on some of the things that that he had a strong sense of, or strong feelings towards, and it was just so imposing he just had to turn his back on it. It feels like the King of Wands is all about like showing improving action, about action, doing something. You know, it's kind of like the primitive man, the manly man, the primitive man, you know. I always say the wands, you know what I always say. Wands is like, you know, he's holding his penis. I got the biggest one. So he wants to show, like, you know, I have this under control. I have it under control. He's feeling like it's a balance. The light is shined on. He is feeling vulnerable. He feels like he's 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's like he's trying to balance both things, in and out. So maybe like the government and the people, he's trying to balance. And in one aspect, he feels like he's coming up against like you know, a rock in a hard place. And he is feeling and he's looking at this rock in a hard place, like, you know, how do I fix this? How do I overcome this rock? You know, it's in my way. It's stopping the flow. It's stopping you see how this flow is nicely done? This is kind of stopping the flow. It's kind of, you know, instead of the flow going in a nice, you know, a nice stream, it's kind of like it's pushing it in many different areas. It's kind of pushing it in many different areas. So he's balancing. I think right now, I think he felt like he had to turn, you know, that these opposing forces made him have to turn his back on some people, places, and things that, you know, he didn't want to. But he's in for the fight. You know, he's in, you know, the King of Wands is ready. You know, he's ready. Come on, let's do it. So we'll see. Let's see how things are going to be for him at the job. The Five of Swords. There's that little penis again in the middle. So, you know, it feels like, you know, with the job, he might have won a battle of wills, a battle of intellect. He might have showed his vitality, you know. But sometimes that fight, was it worth it? Was it worth it? You know, it could be, you know, this, was it worth it because you had to turn your back on someone? So you won this intellect, this battle of wills, this conflict, but was it worth it? You know, was it worth it to you, you know, to have to turn your back on this individual? It looks like there's going to be some movement, some new movement, some new things are coming in, maybe new positions, new problems. I see Russia. There's the bear. So Russia is peeking behind this, you know. I think Russia is going to take, you see the bear right there behind this wall, the stone, and what's funny is this stone too. So, you know, it's like a hard place. So behind this rock and the hard place is Russia. So there might be some new issues, and I see this sky, you know, is red and fiery. So there might be some new issues in regards to, like, Pentacles is on the physical level. So, you know, it's like business, goods, services, stuff like that. So there might be some issues, some new problems, and he might have to show some type of, you know, action. The Ace is about movement, some type of, you know, movement, some type of issues, taking some type of, the Ace is about movement. It's about, I always say, like, the big penis. He's holding it here. So he's going to have to, I feel like Russia is going to be predominantly this month in August. His home. There's this Prince of Wands. He's trying to balance. This Prince of Wands there's some conflict. I think he's trying to balance the conflict, maybe with his son-in-law. Maybe with his son-in-law. Also, maybe also with his movements of what he has to do. His action. He's going to have to balance maybe his action with conflict. But I think him and his son-in-law are having some conflict. It also might be some conflict within the family, the boys, so the son-in-law and the boys, and he's trying to balance it. Let's see. Let's see if we can get... So look, it's the ace too. The ace of pentacles. To me, it's, you know, it's green too. So it's showing me the ace, the one. And it's also, to me, it's the snake. You know, the snake is, to me, it's like slithery. It's betrayal. So there's going to be, he's going to have to act on, there's going to be, or someone's going to feel like an act of betrayal, or someone's going to feel like an act of betrayal that's in the midst of it. I think someone's going to, he's going to have to act on an act of betrayal. So he's actively going to have to act with this thing on an act of betrayal. So he might have to act on an act of betrayal. But it looks like Russia is a problem this month. Russia. It's going to become a problem. There is some issue of a betrayal, maybe a betrayal. I feel like he felt like he had to turn his back on, you know, on someone that, you know, he had that conflict. The Five of Swords. He might have, you know, won the battle, but, you know, was it worth it? He won the act of will. You know, he won the battle. Yeah, so he's going to have to, he might have to act on, or someone's going to show their hand of an act of betrayal, or of deceit, lies, betrayal. Someone's going to act on that. There's going to be some act on lying, deceit, betrayal. So it looks like, you tell me. Everything at home, he's trying to balance home. The boys, there's some fighting with the boys. A lot of anger and aggression, because you see the wands. So it's fiery temper. I think it has to do with the son-in-law at home, and he's trying to balance that. He's the king of, you know, the king of wands. So he's all about action this month. All about action. You know, he feeling like he might have to, he had to turn his back on, you know, the cups, which is his emotions, you know. He had to turn his back on some people, places, and things, you know, and because he has to get over this rock and this hard space, because it's two opposing forces coming together and there's no movement. So he's trying to get a new, he's going up these stairs trying to get some movement, because everything is stuck right there. So now he's trying to go about it in a different way. So he's abandoning the way he was going before, and he's going about it in a different way. So it's like going up an uphill battle. That's where his head is. He needs movements where, like I said, there's no movement here. So he needs some movement. So the King of Wands, he's going to act on movement. He's trying to balance. The star is shining the light on. He's trying to balance. He's got 1 foot here, 1 foot there. He's trying to balance. He's between a rock and a hard place. And Russia is going to be out to play. And I think if you go this way, there's going to be, I think, a light shine on. Maybe this betrayal. You know, he gets the light shined on the betrayal of the son-in-law. You know, him turning his back maybe on some people, places, and things. You know, even though his heart's not in it. You know, but he has to go another direction because he was at an impasse and he needed movement. Is causing some infighting too within the family, or you know, it's causing some infighting too. Not even, it could be, you know, now I'm doing it like a little Norman, so not only the family, but you know, this new thing is still causing some infighting. And then up here is that he has to learn how to balance these betrayals, these new betrayals that keep coming. You know, he has to learn how to balance these new betrayals and act on these new betrayals that keep coming. So that's the end. So this what looks like in August for him. I don't know if it makes sense. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.